Hey guys, welcome to ROBOTOBZOR. Today I will show you a unique vacuum from Xiaomi. This is Mijia Ultra-Thin robot vacuum cleaner. And as you could guess from the name, the robot is thin. It measures only 5.5 centimeters from the floor, thanks to which it can easily go under low furniture and get dirt from these tight spaces, where your hand couldn't get to. Not only that, but Mijia Ultra-Thin can recognize objects on the floor and go around them while vacuuming. It can also save a map of the house and mop. Without hesitation, I think that it's safe to say that Xiaomi Mijia Ultra-Thin robot vacuum cleaner might be the best robot vacuum cleaner on the market at the start of 2022. But before we can safely say that, we need to test its main functions. And if it kept high cleaning quality, as it is why you are buying the robot in the first place. By our test results, I will able to tell you if this robot is worth your money. And keep in mind, it goes for about $350. I'll link the store in the description below. But before we start the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And so, let's get rolling. Let's start by going over the package itself. Aside from the robot itself, the box has a charging base, power adapter with Chinese plug, adapter for European standard plug, a conjoined container for water and trash, nozzle for mopping with pre-installed microfiber cloth, an extra cloth, documents in Chinese, tool for cleaning the robot, and a little present from the manufacturer. All in all, the box isn't that bad. You even have an extra cloth and even an extra HEPA filter, as one is in the conjoined container, and one in the dust collector already in the robot. So, for the time being, you have enough extra parts to use this machine comfortably. Now let's look at how Xiaomi Mijia Ultra-Thin robot vacuum cleaner works. It's black, completed with a slick plastic coating on top. It's important to know not only the thin shell, but also the smaller diameter, now being 32.3 centimeters. Here a comparison of this robot and a standard robot vacuum with the LiDAR. Xiaomi Mijia Ultra-Thin robot vacuum cleaner is obviously more compact. On the front mechanical bumper is a tough sensor, thanks to which the robot can identify objects on the floor and carefully go around them while vacuuming. Xiaomi Mijia 1T has the same function, which was on an earlier review, so make sure to check that out. On the control panel are two mechanical buttons and the main navigation module, a camera thanks to which the vacuum can build a map of the area and save it to the map. Surprisingly, it can fit a lot, seeing as it is a pretty short robot. The container fits 500 ml of dry waste. Inside you can even see curtains which stop dirt from exiting when you take out the container. The filtration system installed is a HEPA filter. Instead of the container you can install a conjoined container for water and dirt. Inside we can see a pump for electronic water regulation, which is pretty neat. The water container fits 225 ml, while the dirt container fits 250 ml of waste. The filtration system is the same one as before. The nozzle is attached from the bottom with the help of the fixator. The cloth is attached with Velcro and a slider. The water gets on it from 3 openings. Now let's see how Xiaomi Mijia Ultra-Thin robot vacuum cleaner looks from below. It has 4 anti-fall sensors. There is only one side brush, bristly, 3-sided and easy to take off. The central brush is also bristly. You can take it off from both sides to clean from hair and fur that may get stuck on it. Notice that the brush is much longer than other Xiaomi vacuum's brushes. You can see for yourself the obvious difference in size between this brush and the standard one. And know that above the central brush is a sensor, which helps orient the robot and build the map better. Now that's a neat little detail. And the wheels themselves are of course smaller in diameter. Later I'll definitely test if this affects the off-road abilities of the robot vacuum cleaner. So in general the assembly is average, which correlates with the price clearly. Xiaomi Mijia Ultra-Thin robot vacuum cleaner's main characteristics given by the manufacturer are up on the screen. I recommend pausing to read all of the info. Now let's review Xiaomi Mijia Ultra-Thin robot vacuum cleaner's functions. For my review I got a Chinese version, model stamped STYTJ04ZHM. So this model connects to Chinese region, but I didn't have any problems connecting, and the robot connected to my phone and Wi-Fi without any issue. On the main control panel the vacuum builds a map of the area and automatically zones it into rooms. If you swipe up you can see the menu, from which you can control the suction power and cloth wetness. Right off the map are 2 cleaning modes, in a select zone and locally. You can also choose the needed rooms for cleaning by pressing on them in the map. In the settings module you can turn map saving mode. As well as setting up a cleaning schedule, choose the time, days of the weeks and suction power. Surprisingly, you can't choose individual rooms for cleaning, but you can enable for the robot to continue working after charging. Set up Do Not Disturb times, turn notifications on and off, choose one of two languages for the robot to speak in, and control their volume. Besides that, you can see the reports of past cleans. Check how much water you have left in your tank, manually control the robot, and turn on Find My Robot. This is a clever feature because who knows where your ultra-thin robot gets stuck. And with this model, he'll be very easy to find. In the Map Settings module, you can change the room borders, name each room, set up virtual walls and no-go zones. You can even set up individual no-go zones for mopping. Additionally, you can change the robot's name, share your control with other users, and update to the latest software. These are all of the Xiaomi Mijia Ultra-Thin Robot Vacuum Cleaner's functions. So, all of the main functions have been went over. Though I do wish that there were carpet increasing functions, taking into account the weak battery and choosing the needed rooms in your schedule. I just feel like this is not complete without them. Though I will give kudos to the fact that the app doesn't lag and works smoothly while operating on the Chinese servers. So that's cool. And finally, it's time for testing. First, we just have to test Xiaomi Mijia Ultra-Thin Robot Vacuum Cleaner's navigation in a room with obstacles. It starts off by going in a snake-like pattern, after which it goes around the perimeter and returns to base. It didn't clean around the chair legs and box, but it didn't get stuck on the drying rack. It's safe to say that the navigation is average. As for the navigation in the rest of the house, Xiaomi Mijia Ultra-Thin cleans room after room in a snake-like pattern, then goes around the perimeter and returns to base. As we can see, it has the same problem as Mijia 1T. The navigation doesn't work well on carpets and leaves uncleaned areas, even uncleaned rooms. Let me explain. One room had the carpet, and the robot, recognizing that as an obstacle, decided not to go through it. And worse all that you can't just turn off the navigation sensors, so it would work like a model without the top sensor on the bumper. This feature is presented in Roborock, Dreamy and DecoX. So in total the robot leaves uncleaned areas, which will be some points off. Additionally, I'll test how well the top sensor detects objects on the floor. For this test, I need some of the most common objects that may cause problems to this robot. So Xiaomi Mijia Ultra-Thin pleasantly surprised me. It carefully went around all of the objects and easily returned to base. Though the detection system didn't mark them on the map, we can see that the robot did its main task pretty well. But no, there is not always that the robot will do this good. It does go over objects sometimes. So the detection system still needs improvements. But I can see clear progress. How I was surprised when while testing Xiaomi Mijia Robot Vacuum Cleaner could suck dirt out from 10mm holes, which is a challenge to other robots who have 3-4,000 Pascal. This isn't just a very thin, but a very powerful little robot vacuum cleaner. The hard floor cleaning quality isn't spectacular, but above average indeed. Only the corners are left uncleaned, and some dirt is left at the side, which the robot tossed around with the brush. Some hair and fur are stuck on the brush, but most of the dirt is collected in the container. So, test passed. And the carpet cleaning itself is actually pretty average. The robot is collected most of the dirt, but it's still not visibly perfect. Though I will say that this problem is common amongst Mijia vacuums. They are usually the best at hard floors and low carpets. And also the lack of an increasing power in carpets feature also takes a toll on the overall performance. The scrubbing quality is less than average. The cloth isn't well pushed to the floor and doesn't suck up the dirt well, so we can see. So after the robot finishes its cycle, we can see that there is a lot of dirt and watermarks left. This test was failed. Though for everyday use and dust collecting, this robot does just fine. Plus, the robot simultaneously vacuums and mops the floor. And wow, Xiaomi Mijia Ultra-Thin Robot Vacuums move over 2 cm obstacles, seeing as the wheel and shell is smaller. This robot is perfect for off-road surfaces. And here's another benefit. Xiaomi Mijia Ultra-Thin isn't scared of dark surfaces and smoothly drives on them, unlike most competitors. Lastly, let's check the vacuum's volume in different modes. In quiet mode, it goes from 60 to 62 dB. On medium, it goes to 64 dB. In intensive cleaning mode, it reached 67 dB. And on max, it goes all the way up to 72 dB. So this robot is loud, but that can be explained by the high suction power. Xiaomi Mijia Ultra-Thin robot vacuum cleaner was thoroughly reviewed and tested. Our algorithm gave it a 66 out of 100, which is a great score for camera-operating vacuums. This is 1 point less than the best Xiaomi vacuums in our opinion, which cost $350–375, the Dreamy F9. Now I'll share my opinion on the benefits and problems that this robot has. I like the following. It definitely has a thin shell. The cameras are good, thanks to which the vacuum builds a good map of the area and save it. Object detection feature, high suction power, simultaneous vacuuming and mopping, big dust container. All of the functions in the app that works well even on Chinese servers. Good off-road, isn't scared of dark surfaces. As for the problems, these are: not great at cleaning carpets, bad at scrubbing off dirt, object detection system doesn't work correctly on carpets, you can't choose individual rooms when setting up your cleaning schedule. All in all, it's pretty clear that Xiaomi Mijia Ultra-Thin robot vacuum cleaner is the best thin robot vacuum cleaner at this moment. All the competitors are worse in navigation, functions, assembly or cleaning quality. The engineers over at Xiaomi Defenti overdid themselves, with fitting everything a vacuum needs into such a thin shell. So I think that this vacuum deserves your attention, especially if you have low furniture where dust and dirt get under. Xiaomi Mijia Ultra-Thin does a great job with its main task at hand. If you don't have high carpets or carpets at all, which is the biggest problem for me, as it's not good at cleaning carpets, if it will even go on them. I ordered this vacuum on Vacuum-Mop. I'll link the store in the description below. On this note, I would like to end this review. If you have any further questions, make sure to ask them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up with our latest content. Bye guys, and have fun shopping!